Wait. They're actually doing it?
Y'all see him in the street struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Who just here? Welcome back to my channel. We're back reaction to House of the Dragon. This is the season 2 premiere, season 2, episode 1, A Son for a Son. It has been almost a full 2 years since the last episode, so I'm not gonna waste too much time here before checking out this one, but I do gotta ask, are you guys team green or team black? Let me know in the comments down below, even though I'm pretty sure I already know which one most of you guys are, because from what I gather, the entire universe absolutely despises Alicent. So just for the record, I am team black, but I do gotta say, I actually like Alicent, and I ain't even got a foot fetish. So regardless, death to Aegon, and I'm actually really excited to see what Aemon and Daemon get up to this season. Also, hopefully Rhaenyra gets some revenge. So with that said, I think I'm just about ready to jump right in and check out this episode. So if you guys look at my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash the like below there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
The North owes a great duty to the Seven Kingdoms, one older than any oath. But my ancestor, Torrhen Stark, began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter.
Stark,
one
y'all!
from our household was to be chosen to fortify the Watch. This is not a sentence, but an honor. The North must stand ready. Winter is coming.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
Starks do not forget their oaths, my prince. But you must know
So the Starks
that
are.
my gaze is forever torn between North and South.
If my mother is to defend her claim, to hold the realm united, she needs an army. War is coming.
He needs
My
their help.
father brought King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne to see the wall and watched as their dragons, the greatest power in the world, refused to cross it.
What does it keep out?
Death.
Eventually it doesn't.
Okay, Mr. Negative.
I have thousands of greybeards who have already seen too many winters. They are well horned.
So they're old.
I can ready them to march at once.
If your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have them.
They will fight hard.
Take what we can
Like
get.
Northerners.
A raven's arrived. Urgent news from Dragonstone.
His brother.
Gave him Melis.
Look at that damn thing.
Melis must gorge and rest, as must I.
We're going to King's Landing,
To what end?
killing Vhagar. With my dragon and yours together, we can kill Vhagar and her rider. Make it a son for a son.
Was this the Queen's command?
The Queen remains absent. I should
He's
be
doing it on his own.
bending knees, but I must instead remain here to wage her war. If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished, and Luke would be alive.
It's not her fight though. She is just brooding up here. The look she gave at the end of the last season, I was like, oh shit. Ah.
My lord. It's a marvel she was able to return from the Stepstones at all. I must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort. It'll be many weeks yet. They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
They never actually showed us this.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
Dragon! Arm the Scorpion! Bring it around! Raise elevation! Scorpion ready! Hold!
Ready to fire on him.
Stand down!
Where is Jaehaerys?
Attending his lessons.
What do you need of him?
Taking him to the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Doesn't matter.
Where is he?
The library.
I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
She's afraid of the rats. Everybody's looking around like,
The Queen is an enduring
the
mystery.
rats! Allison! Oh! Allison! It should be me!
There's a chill in the air.
Kristen!
We're expected at the small council, Your Grace.
Is that like a workaround to his code? Code of honor?
We cannot. Again.
Oh, it's happening again.
Yes, Your Grace.
Aegon finds out. Even though Aegon's a bitch, but... What about Aemon? Rats. Otto's like, what's on your lips?
What news?
Our letters to the Vale and to the north continue to go unanswered.
Cunts.
My brother is raising the strength of the West to master the Golden Tooth, but we... Thank you, my prince. That's very helpful. Would someone please...
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyland?
Fucking with the Lannister.
No, not in the least, Your Grace.
Because I think he wants a ride. Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Yes. I know he's a dick, but I don't like him either.
There are important matters to discuss. Despite Sir Tyland's interruptions.
There he is.
What is your business here?
The king summoned me. Path to King's Landing is through the Riverlands. We must establish a toehold there.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger.
If we loose the dragons to war, there'll be no...
Vhagar.
We must proceed cautiously.
The rest, I don't know.
Old Lord Tully will either raise my banner or see his burn.
You are the king, Your Grace. You must not put yourself at risk.
And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
I had come earlier to have a word before the small council convened, but your handmaiden said that you were indisposed.
You could say that.
What is it you wish to discuss?
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
And what of them?
They no longer breathe our air. I've chosen you
As it should be.
Personally.
Swing! Dragon!
Yo, she just flung herself right off that. Okay, so it did wash up, because I was saying, if he just fell from the sky, how the fuck would they ever find him? And he like knew instantly.
Hail King Aegon!
Even the dragon was feeling her pain.
Unanimous. Hail King Aegon!
His crown is kind of cool.
Your Grace.
Good morrow, Your Grace.
It's all right. There's no reason to be nervous.
'Tis my flock. A tenth of them taken.
I shall make your flock of sheep whole.
We already made a promise to all the Crownlands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons for their increased activity, and pray not.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
When the king speaks, Your Grace, all hear it.
You have to learn, it's not so fun being king sometimes.
Aemon erred, but he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
And Aegon still heeds me. In private, at least. But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it. We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
A fine strategy, daughter.
Did the music changed a
You
bit?
must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
I know it. But that does not mean it must be wanton.
Banger of a line.
Sir
When last we met, there were 2 of you.
Who sent you fleeing from King's Landing with such disrepair? You put Aegon on the throne.
Simply split the business along.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach. I possess nothing of value to you, Damon.
You got history. Still kind of talks funny. Me no think you go wrong way.
Forgive me, my prince, but the lady speaks the truth. She was no agent of the Hightowers.
What is it to you?
We took the crown, brought the crown.
I'm shamed by it.
Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
No, David say that to everyone.
Just agents, huh? And we swore the same oath. So what were we to do when they turned against one another?
Even Damon doesn't have a reply to that. Actually, Otto was doing the same thing. Everyone is like, yo, you should have ended it.
Did you find what you needed?
She did.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Yo, chills. Is that the first thing she said? Her other boy's back.
Your Grace, Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Damn, that's good acting right there. When you hear the voice cracking.
Valerie Florence.
The way they honor each other is always fantastic and spectacular. Like, they go above and beyond.
Sarah's Targaryen. Sarah's Florian.
I was gonna ask if they're sneaking in, but they did have a light on it. Okay, there's a payment. Damon's here.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the Hightowers.
Fuck the Hightowers.
There's no way we're actually gonna see Aemon kill this episode.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers.
I'll be shocked if he
He
is.
must be busy.
Like, legit.
That castle positively crawls with them now.
Yo, how much money did he bring?
I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
Michael's tunnels.
I know them better than the shape of my own cock. This is my friend. Tonight he's going to be your friend. You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen. Should be easy enough to find.
Him? He made it all the way,
I
but
understand he's quite good in a fight. You want to take caution.
can he slay? And non-stop strategic planning here.
That is a canny scheme.
Bahamut. My brother is hostage to my grandsire and mother.
Amory.
She blames me for starting this war, after she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne.
I'm just waiting for him to pick up on
She has a gentle heart,
what Kristen's up to.
and Rhaenyra is a cunning spider.
He still
Intoxicated her.
he still fucking hates her so much.
It is not your mother's fault.
He's
She
like,
holds love for our enemy.
Alicent is a gentle Care Bear,
That makes her a fool.
but that venomous spider Rhaenyra.
Take that!
Bring the dog.
They're actually doing this. Oh,
I need to be a symbol for the small folk as well as the nobility.
It could always be Aegon the Strong.
Aegon the Dragon Cock.
Yes, yes, yeah, the untamable beast.
the guards didn't care either? I get that they're drunk, but what about the guards?
How do we get upstairs?
The royals live up there.
Right.
I thought the rest was your bag.
You gotta do it.
I could end you right here. Take the rest of the gold myself.
I know my way upstairs. I just don't know my way around.
Show me.
These guys are gonna fuck up. There's no way that Aemon's dying. Yo, fucking kill him. Now he's gotta die.
This way.
Didn't like that.
No, don't like that.
Who the fuck is she? She's the queen. Or does she look like a fucking son to you? Over there.
The one we saw at the meeting.
They both look the same. Which one's a boy? Maybe that one.
But look for a cock.
No!
The mother knows.
So bad. Her neck is cut too. She's trying to kill them both. Not that I'm on their side.
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
She took a second to think too.
No. She's telling true.
There's no way this happens. I was saying no way to Aemon, but... Wait. They're actually doing it? And for a mother just to have to fucking walk out like nothing's happening too? Scream!
Helena!
Oh!
What's happened?
Alicent and Kristen?
They killed the boy.
Was the boy. The boy was jabbed and so was Alicent. I knew Aemon wasn't gonna die because he's freaking awesome, but at the same time, I also know that the story is already complete, like the book or whatever, so I haven't read any of them yet. I still plan to eventually. Like, that's definitely on my bucket list of things to do, of things to read, but I honestly have no idea, so I don't know how things are going to play out. Obviously, those that have read it know the order of things, and if he's going to make it, or probably watch the entire time, like, he's obviously not going to die. He does this and this and this later, but I don't know all these things, so these are just guesses. I'm just going by the moment right now, but regardless, before we go any further, all right, guys, that was House of the Dragon Season 2 premiere, Season 2, Episode 1, A Son for a Son. And the entire time when they're going for Aemon, even though I was thinking, he's not going to die, I wasn't thinking about the youngest sons at all, and we were showing him earlier. This felt like the longest episode too. It was only like an hour long, but it felt like 3 hours. I don't know if it was just me. Maybe it was because it was really slower pace, even though it was super tense. Like, it was slowly building up. Like, we see moves are being made. Everybody's getting prepared. Like, even going back to the start of the episode, we see, I forget the other boy's name, Rhaenyra's son, the one that's still alive, or one of them that's still alive, that she also sent out at the same time as the other one. He was now at the wall trying to gather the Starks and get their men up there and everybody that is at the wall, and they were ready to give support, and he was convincing one of the Starks. I didn't get his first name, but he was pretty cool too. He had the same like Stark ponytail and everything in the back. That's like the Stark hairstyle, but he was on board, and then that's when he actually got the news that his brother had passed, and he did some really good acting later on this episode when he actually came back home, or back to Dragonstone, and met up with his mother, Rhaenyra, and even when that he was dressing her like my Grace, he wasn't even like, Mom, I'm so sorry. He's just like, he was still trying to keep it together, stay strong for his mother, for the queen. But the acting, where his voice started cracking and you just see his eyes like swelling up, like, man, that was so freaking good. Love that scene. And Rhaenyra too, like, she barely spoke this episode, but when she spoke, that one line in particular, she spoke with force. It was just as much of a banger as her turn from last season, the season 1 finale. That was like her look, but also this episode when she's first walking into the war room, the war table there, and you see Daemon ask her, like, did you find what you're looking for? And she got that proof that she needed, the evidence. It's like she needed that in order to fully prepare herself to go to war. So when she got that, she let Daemon know, she gave him the nod, like, she whispered, like, I'm good, I got it. And then she turns around when she gets to the other end of the table, and she's like, I want Daemon. So that was just a banger line. She pretty much just walked off after that, and that's really all that needed to be said. But I don't like, obviously they're going to the belly of the beast, but it is Daemon too. Like, he went pretty far in there himself, so that was pretty brave. But I don't like his actual plan. of how it was all going to play out there, because you're basically sending in people you don't know that are willing to do anything for shackles. So, yeah, it's like the one dude too, the one rat catcher, the one rat clearer that brought them in there, that actually knew the tunnels of King's Landing, of the main place. He bailed the first opportunity he could get, and also he was like, yeah, let's take the boy, that's good enough. Like, it may not be Aemon, he may not be what we actually were paid for, but that'll work. And I don't know how that's gonna fly, because one, he was a little kid. Like, I can't believe they actually fucking did that. Like, you hear like the cutting and everything. And also I was like, how do they know that did they actually check before they started killing? Because it felt like they just started, like, the mother, she's telling the truth. Cut. Like, or stab. So that was freaking brutal, man. Even for, like, I was going to say for Game of Thrones standards, but at the same time, we've seen kids murder, like Joffrey. He ordered kids to be murdered, all of Robert's bastards. So we see the actual, like, newborn babies being murdered. I'm probably going to get demonetized for just saying that, like, within 3 seconds there. But all those murders. But regardless, I don't make anything off this anyway. So murder. But regardless, I did not expect that at all. Like I said, even for Game of Thrones standards, that was freaking savage, man. So I wouldn't necessarily have gone that route, trusting that random guard that's just taking shekels in that random rat tunnel, man. Like, he just looked sketchy right from the start. And yes, he was kind of like depending on getting paid afterwards as well. Like, in order to complete the job, he had to complete the job in order to get paid the rest of the money. So I guess he kind of had that going for him, but I don't know. I would have tried to find another route, somebody that's a little bit more trustworthy, because yeah, both those guys were super sketchy. They were like even fighting each other at one point inside the castle. So yeah, how that all played out, I felt bad for the queen, actually. And that's not even a character that I really even care about. So the fact that she was put in that situation kind of sucked, man. I actually felt bad for her. So that she had the knife to her throat, like, when they first got in there, and she actually had to choose which one of her children to kill. Like, yes, she could have faked out by not choosing her son, but she basically saved her daughter's life. Regardless, still shitty situation. She had to choose one of her children to be taken out, and she had to point out her son to be taken out. Man, even for those times, like, that is freaking crazy, man. She's picked up her daughter and started walking out. That is just freaking insane. That whole scene, I'm bewildered. I'm like, I can't believe that actually happened. Yes, it's a season premiere, it's Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, but that's still fucking nuts, man. That might be one of the crazier things I've seen recently in all the shows and movies that I watch. God damn, that was nuts. But let's discuss some more, because we also saw Aemon. He obviously was not killed. And there's also somebody I do want to discuss, very much so. Somebody that you guys all hate, very much so. And you guys are probably going to hate her even more after this episode. Much so. But I don't know. I freaking love her. Or do I love her? I mean, she's gorgeous. I really like the way she looks. No. I like her. I like Alicent. I don't want to say love, but I definitely like, or really like what she was up to this episode, because the first scene when we first saw her, Kristen, man, he was way up in there with some mouth action down below in the southern regions, and it should have been me, but regardless, yeah, at first I was thinking, is that like their like workaround, their loophole for him being like the King's Guard, and like him, I guess, not breaking his vows, that I guess he kind of has to remain celibate? I think that's the case. So is that like, if he doesn't actually stick it, the other thing up there, is he still safe? Is he still fulfilling all his vows? I thought that was the case, but we saw at the very end of the episode when, what is the queen's name? Helena? I'm still calling Alicent queen. She's my Grace, but regardless, I still kind of look at her as queen because of the first season. But is it Helena? Let's just go with that. Helena? I think I saw that somewhere. I'm on the wiki for the first episode when I was looking up the title. I think it's Helena. I don't want to look up anything more though. But when she went in there, she wasn't even bothered by what Alicent was doing. She was riding him like a pony. Never mind the Lannister from earlier. And damn, that was the same son that was killed off from earlier too, from the one council meeting. The one that was going to be riding the one Lannister like a pony. He never even got his pony ride. God damn it. But Allison, she definitely got hers. And once again, it should have been me, Kristen Cole. And Kristen, this bastard, I'm like super jelly of this guy because not only was he with Rhaenyra, he was also with Allison now. Like, dude, this dude's riz is through the roof. But also, he is still super scored, like still super pissed off at Rhaenyra. The one scene actually made me laugh where he's like, I think he was talking to Aemon. He's like, no, your mother, she's like a gentle care bear, but that she bitch, venomous spider Rhaenyra, she's still out there as our true enemy. Like, the way he still despises her because she wouldn't be with them, like, he is still super pissed off. I get that. I got a few exes I'm still that same way with, but I don't think I'm that way to that level. Like, that is freaking crazy. And I'm also not with Allison, so I should be that way to that level. And I'm still not as upset as he still is at Rhaenyra, which is just freaking crazy. He's never going to let that live down, but it's freaking hilarious too. But yeah, at the end of the episode, Helaena, that is really her true name. She went in there, she wasn't even bothered by that in Allison and Kristen's activities. They were really engaged in those activities as well. Like, whew, she was really engaged, but regardless, that's what she let them know. And back to it, I'll stop joking around now. Back to what I was actually saying initially, but still, Allison. Yeah, I actually felt bad for Helaena because, like I said, she wasn't bothered. She didn't really care at that moment. Like, she just fucking lost one of her children, so yeah, that was brutal. The way that she picked up her daughter and carried away, like, she didn't even look back. She had to act like it wasn't happening, and she heard all those cuts and stabs, and man, that was freaking brutal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that all. And they didn't even show it on screen, but just the sounds of it all was freaking brutal, man. So she was strong in that moment, though. And she, like I said, that's not even a character that I even really care about. And I still felt bad for her. So that really shows, like, what she had to go through. And obviously, I feel bad for the kid, too. Like, super innocent. But yeah, she just went in there. It's like, holy, let them know the situation and scenario. So they're probably out of there. By the time they get up there, everyone's going to be gone. But I don't know why. I guess it was just a tough moment. Like, her head was probably not thinking. She's probably just thinking about guarding the other child, her daughter. But I was thinking, like, why was she not just yelling immediately? Like, as soon as she left the room and you get downstairs, like, enough distance away from everyone, like, start calling other guards, like, yo, we got intruders upstairs. They're killing our freaking, they're killing the prince. Like, one of the princes, like, somebody do something, like, help, we need help. So I would have started screaming, but I guess she was also in shock, trying to keep the other daughter cool. Like, it was a traumatic situation, so I also don't blame them, but blame Helaena, but that was just freaking nuts. Like, I'm still kind of in shock, so I guess I kind of understand where they're coming from too, but that was nuts. Rhaenyra, like, I get where she's coming from, but that wasn't Aemon. Like, her whole plan, and it was just eye for an eye, very much so. Aemon's eye, never mind his eye, she was coming for his throat now, and it was very much deserved, but I don't know how she's going to feel about this. Maybe at this point she doesn't care because she's already lost too much. So at this point she'll take what she can get. But I still think she wants Aemon's head. I don't know if she's going to get it though because Aemon is a crazy character. I don't know where his story ends. Obviously he's not alive in the future come Game of Thrones time. None of these people are. But so, hey, that might be it right there. When I just said none of these people are. Maybe they all kill each other off by the end. And I'm very much here for it because I'm also thinking back to the opening theme. The intro song was freaking hitting hard too. That was such a banger. Like, I don't know if it was just me too, but the bass was, maybe it's because I had the volume up louder, but I felt like the bass was hitting even more heavy also. But I don't know what obviously like the embroidery of all that stitching means, but from what we were being shown, it looks like we're going to see like the two dragons. There's one image I remember in particular where it's like two dragon heads like facing each other. You see all the people in between them and like flames and whatnot. I think it's in front of the castle too. So at King's Landing. So yeah, I don't know how it's all going to play out, but I'm guessing it's going to be something to that effect where they're going to take each other out one by one. There's going to be multiple battles in this giant freaking war, and I am here for it. What an awesome freaking series, or I was gonna say series, season premiere, season 2 premiere. I really enjoyed it. Like, it definitely felt long. I don't know if that's just me. Like, it was only an hour long, but maybe it's because of the pacing. No, I don't want to say the pacing, because the pacing was good. But just the way, maybe it was the buildup of it all. It was kind of like it started out slower, and they jam-packed a lot in this episode too. That's also part of it. It felt like a full-fledged film here. So really enjoyed it. Really excited for what's to come, especially because I have no idea what is to come besides, I guess, these previews in that intro and the embroidery of the stitch ring. That's really all I have to go by right now. So obviously no spoilers if you guys want to talk about this episode, and I would love to talk about this episode with you guys in the comments down below. And it also helps with the algorithm as well. More comments, hopefully more views, but regardless, I'm not here for the views. Views would be nice, but I'm just here for this freaking show, and hopefully you guys are as well. And also, before I go, if I have any other Game of Thrones people still here that were here for my watch of Game of Thrones, I would actually be shocked if there is anybody still here. But regardless, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have stuck around, or if you're just coming back. Maybe you guys weren't subscribed. Shame, tisk tisk, if you guys weren't. You should have been subscribed this entire time. What are you guys doing? But regardless, if you weren't and you still came back, you don't have to let me know that you weren't subscribed. But let me know if you were Game of Thrones fan and now you're back. Maybe you just weren't watching the other things that I was reacting to. Yeah, let's go that route. But yeah, I think that's just about it for me, guys. Amazing episode. Really enjoyed it. Really excited to see where this story and where this season goes from here. So as always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like and subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your night. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you.